Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diane and I'm so glad that you could be here with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the dingity dongity bell. And I know I'm not singing because I just don't feel like it. Actually, I do feel like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the dingy dongity bell and join my dingy dongity bell team. I was going to see how it worked just saying it, and it didn't work. I didn't like it at all. I got to sing it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to sing it. So today is one of my life videos, you know, talking about life, talking about things, giving advice, talking about whatever. Today's talking about quitting smoking. And my advice to all those out there who struggle with that problem every day. And I'm very much aware that, am I going to sit here and tell you it's easy? Hell no. I smoked for like 20 some years. It is not easy. And I was smoking to the point where I was over a pack a day. Like, trust me. They didn't have vaping then when I quit. Obviously, I quit eventually. And I'll tell you why I quit. I'll tell you how I quit. I will give you some personal opinions. They are not medical opinions. They are not from a doctor. They're just my personal opinions. If I'm incorrect and I give you incorrect actual information, I did it recently with the keto diet or whatever. I said something that was actually not true. Sorry. I don't know anything. No. You know, if I say something wrong like that, it's just maybe I don't have the right information. But that's what this video is, just me saying what I think. So, what I feel. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But with the no smoking thing, I don't think I am. So, when I'll tell you how I started. I started pretty much the same way as a lot of other people, but I started older. I didn't smoke as a teenager, and my dad did. And I wouldn't let him live that down on a daily basis. I'd be like, you're disgusting. You smoke. I'm never going to smoke. Smoking is dirty and disgusting. That's disgusting. It smells bad. I don't know why you smoke. And I do that relentlessly. And I'm saying this now. My dad has passed away. He ain't ever going to hear me say this. Now, I have told him in person prior to him passing away, but damn. I was terrible to him. I was terrible. And he got me back with something else that he was totally wrong about, and he said the same thing back to me. We're going to talk about that too. But anyway, so I went from doing that, and then when I was 19, maybe 18, I started, I think. Now, the province that I lived in Canada, the drinking age was 18. So once you turned 18, you could go drinking, you could buy cigarettes, lottery, there you go. Now, in that province, you can also buy marijuana at 18 as well. There's like 2 or 3 provinces that it's 18, and then the rest of Canada is 19. There's no older than that, though. 21 just seems like so old. It's like, damn, you guys got to wait a long time. Yay! Maybe that's why I see soldiers downtown here on a Saturday night from the United States. But anyway, I digress. I'm talking about other stuff that I don't need to. So after doing that, I started going to the bar. And I've never liked drinking, not that much. I never really liked it that much to be, I just didn't. I don't know if it's because I was worried about acting foolish. I did that a while later when I actually drank a few times. I acted like an idiot. Probably a good thing I didn't drink when I was younger. And I was always scared that we would go and I would count on somebody to take care of me in a way, you know, I'm the designated driver. I'm going to make sure everybody goes home with me. Nobody gets in a position where they're going to be taken advantage of, hurt, whatever. It happened once where we were taken advantage of. I wasn't drunk that night, but the person who was driving took us to a place that was really bad, and it was scary, and I had to call my dad to come get us, rescue us in a way, because the guys were not letting us out of the place. I got lucky and I was able to call my dad because the dudes had a phone because they were on the wall or whatever back then, and I was able to get a phone while they were distracted and call my dad to come get me, and he did. And it was far away, but he came and he said, get them out here now, and yada yada yada. My friend and I were terrified. The other girl, she didn't give 2 craps. And she was the one that took us there, and she was sober. And After that, I became terrified. So I didn't drink ever. I just became the designated driver. Everybody expected it after a while, which is not fair, actually, but it is what it is. So one day, I was disappointed, and I'm like, it would be nice to maybe drink and have fun and relax and let myself go. But I just seemed to end up, even when I said that I would drink, and the designated driver, they always drank before I even had a chance because I couldn't drink fast. So they'd have 2 or 3, and then nope. After you've had one, I wouldn't let them drive. So they took advantage of that. And she said, if you smoke, you're going to get a buzz. Try it. I have cigarettes. Try them. So that's how I started. I would go to the bar on the weekend, 2 or 3 times a month, and I would get the buzz. And that was fine for maybe 6 months. Then I had stress at work. I needed a buzz. I needed something to take my mind off of crap. So I bought a pack of cigarettes. And we all know what happened after that. I started smoking. It wasn't even gradual. The 6 months of trying it in the bar, and then after that first pack, I didn't stop. It was gradual build up to over a pack, but nevertheless, I decided my first pack, I bought this one called Black Cat, just because I like the name. So sad. But anyway, so I smoked. I smoked when I was pregnant. Yeah, I'm admitting that to you. Because remember I said I would be honest. Even if it's embarrassing to me. I never did drugs. I never drank alcohol. I took care of myself, ate properly, but I smoked. And the sad part is they weren't really talking about how bad smoking was when you're pregnant. Now, one of the main things is size. It's not really going to give them a permanent damage, which thankfully, So I just smoked. I think for the first few kids I quit. But after that, I didn't. Just like, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like you're just trying to justify your bad behavior because the doctor says, well, it's only going to make them small, maybe. You know what I mean? And I justified smoking. I tried to quit several times. Like I said, I quit when I was pregnant for my first few. But it was hard. And you sit there and you make excuses. Well, I'm stressed. I don't want to gain weight. Everybody smokes around me. How can I quit? It's impossible. My life is too difficult and I need to smoke. I enjoy smoking. You see all these things I'm saying? I enjoy it, so I don't think I have to quit. Why should I quit? Well, if you smoke in your house with your children, which is not something smoking outside, but if you do that, you're causing them damage. Same with marijuana. You shouldn't be smoking anything. I don't know if you smoke crack. I don't know how that stuff works, but shouldn't be smoking anything in a place where there are children because they're breathing that in. It's not good for them. So there you go. Like if you have a few drinks around children, that's fine. But if you smoke, that's not good. Now, I'm being honest. I did it. So for me I'm not a hypocrite. I did it, but I'm telling you it's wrong. I shouldn't have ever done it. It was not right. And it took me a really long time making excuses, being scared to gain weight, which I'm not going to lie, I did. I gained 100 pounds after I quit smoking, partly because I quit smoking, my metabolism shut down pretty badly, and partly because I got depressed because I quit smoking. Those are not excuses because I didn't start again. So here's how I quit. For me, it was something in my life happened that woke me up, that made me realize that smoking was going to kill me sooner, that I was not enjoying it, that my health was deteriorating. And I will tell you all the things that I noticed that were happening that started really cluing me in. Now, I was reading things as well because they started giving a lot of announcements and stuff, and things were becoming very clear how bad smoking is. So I noticed my kids didn't like it, and I did not want them to smoke. And if I kept going, you know, my little guys would grow and the older kids would whatever. I didn't want it to be because of me that they started smoking. If they start smoking, that's on them. If I'm not giving them that example, that's not on me. Every time I laughed, like a deep laugh, I coughed. I would laugh for a few seconds and then I get, yep. I started realizing that every once in a while I was getting, my taste of things was getting worse and worse and worse, to the point where I was not enjoying eating anymore. I couldn't really taste anything that well, unless it was really spicy, but I don't like really spicy. And I didn't have as much energy, and I was getting sick more often, the flu, different things. And I was still making excuses why I shouldn't quit. And I bought the patch, and the patch sat there forever, just saying. And then one day I got really sick. I had pneumonia, and I went to my daughter's play at school, and it was being filmed and everybody could buy a copy of the kids' play. Maddie was in grade 4 or 5. And throughout the entire thing, you can hear me coughing because I had pneumonia. I had it. I should have been in the hospital, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I should have. And it was so bad and so continuous that everybody complained who bought it about who was coughing. I was too embarrassed to tell them it was me. But, you know, so I ruined my daughter's play because she was so excited then when she heard the coughing. And I mean, I was sitting very close to the camera, so it's pretty much only me coughing. I couldn't hear her song. I couldn't hear anything. It was me coughing. So that kind of, I'm like, I really do need to quit. This is getting ridiculous. I'm so sick. And a few days later, now, like I said, events, you know, came together, and lucky for me, they did in such a way that it really made me think, you know what I mean? And I think my camera's going to run out, so hopefully it doesn't. But I started thinking, I started, you know, sort of started getting in my mind, and I started looking at the patch and reading up on it a little bit more. There was, you know, going on the internet, different things. It was hard. But then one day, for some reason, I was always careful. I always we had an island and it was really high, and Quinn was 2 years old, maybe 2.5, like 3. Like he was between 2 and 3 or just over 3. I think he was over 3 actually. Yes, he was over 3. I went out for a smoke in the garage, and he woke up from his nap, and I was inside, and I put my cigarettes down on the coffee table. The lower coffee table, not the island, which is high, you can't get there. And I went and I started doing dishes. Now, I lived in an open concept house where the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, all one big huge room. You know what I'm talking about. And I heard him talking, and I turned around, and my baby had the lighter here, the cigarette in his mouth, and he was trying to light the lighter. And I'm like, what are you doing? What? Where did you get that? What are you doing? He goes, I'm going to be like my mommy. I want to be just like my mommy. And I cried. I cried. I cried. I cried. Because my son didn't say he wanted to be like me because I was baking cookies. Because I was taking him to the park. Or because I did something wonderful that he really looked up to me for, and he wanted to be just like me. No, my son wanted to smoke because that's what he associated with me, was smoking cigarettes. And I quit that day. I never took another cigarette. I put that patch on my body, and it started making me nauseous after 4 days. But I didn't start again. It has been, wait, now we're talking about it, 13 years. No, not that long. Quinn was 3, he's 15. It's been 12 years since I quit smoking. 12 years. And I haven't looked back. Do I crave? You guys have no idea. I still do after 12 years. But they go away within like a minute. Just let that minute, you know, just let the minute go by. And you'll forget. Did I used to dream about it? Yes. Now, here's my second part of advice. You need to quit, because if you have children or whatever, it's not good for you. My health was so bad, and I was giving a bad example to the younger generation. What kind of person am I? I don't know. It just feels like smoking is nothing. It's something, and it's not good. And it's so hard to quit. I had some motivation. I had health and my son. But I stayed quit not because of them. I stayed quit because I knew I needed to. I knew that it was important. Lucky for me, there was no vaping. I don't know what would have happened if there was vaping. But guess what I think? I think vaping and smoking are no different. I think they're exactly the same thing. Different chemicals going into your lungs, but chemicals nonetheless. So you're either smoking cigarettes into your lungs, or you're vaping into your lungs. So young people are like, it's different, it's good for you. It's just water droplets. Water does not taste like lemons. Water does not taste like vanilla. Therefore, there has to be something in it to make it smell and taste like vanilla. Right? Oh, it's just water vapor. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It just isn't. And now I heard that they have proof that somebody did get, in fact, sick from vaping. And what about the ones who it exploded in their faces? Vaping is not a good alternative. Don't use vaping as an excuse. Well, I am doing the lesser of two evils. They're both the same. They're both bad. Don't, remember, no excuses. We need to quit. For whatever reasons you want to, you can do it. You can. I got no motivation whatsoever. I'm terrible. I eat candy when I'm not supposed to. I eat crap I'm not supposed to. My husband's bringing me freaking burritos. That's not good. Taco Bell, not good. I had a heart attack. That's not good. I have no willpower, hardly at all. But that was something that was beyond, so bad. I'm not even cancer. I could talk about the fact that my husband's dad died of lung cancer at 60, and he had a 5-year-old child who was left an orphan, fatherless, and all these other little guys were left fatherless because he smoked heavily, unfiltered. And don't use the excuse they're filtered. And, oh, I like smoking. I don't give a shit. Okay, then if you get sick, I'm not going to give a shit. I'm serious. If my friends, and I have several that do this, I like it. I do not care if it kills me. I do not care. And they say it over and over and over. So guess what? If you get sick, I'm not going to give a shit because you said you don't give a shit. Right? No. If they get sick, they're going to need help. They're going to want help. They're going to want love and affection because they're going to need it. So don't be saying you don't care if you get sick. You do care. In your mind, you just don't think you're going to. And that's kind of a really destructive thing to think. I enjoy tacos and I enjoy chocolate. I don't eat it all the time because it's bad. I don't take drugs all the time because they're bad. I don't drink very often because it's bad. You know what I mean? Just because I enjoy it doesn't mean it's good. You kind of got to take a step and go, I can't do this anymore. It's not good for me. It's not good for anything else. So I'm here for you. If you want to quit smoking, you can do it. If it's the patch, if it's the needle or I think there's a needle. I don't remember. I think there's a pill you can take. Cold turkey. I don't know how people do that. And trust me, I was getting nauseous and stuff after whatever taking the patch, so I was able to take it off just because it was like nauseating. And I had motivation, but you can do it. I know you can. Just keep plucking along. It takes a minute to get over the feeling. Just let that pass. Just let it pass. Read a book. Think of something else. Chew a mint. That helped me a lot too. Werthers. Suck on a Werthers. Do something. Do something with your mouth. Chew your fingernails because you can quit that later. I don't know. That's not a good habit either, but just I chewed gum, actually. The gum is what I did, actually. I chewed gum like, Whenever I got a craving, I stuck a piece of gum in my mouth and I went through package after package. At first, lots. But find something, find a motivation. You know what? You shouldn't be doing it for anybody else, though. You really should be doing it for yourself. Love yourself enough to know that vaping is not an alternative. It is bad for you. It's bad. People are, I don't smoke anymore. Hell yeah, you do. I seen you vaping 2 seconds ago. That's different. No. That's smoking. Who's got nicotine? Nicotine's not good for you. It's addictive. It's not good. Oh, well, you know, that's my story. That's my advice. You know, do what you can. Talk to people. If you want to talk, leave me a message. I will talk to you. I will answer anything that you may want to talk about. IGing or IMing me on Instagram is the best, because YouTube I'm getting too many now, but on Instagram I don't. Whatever you need, I'll help you. I'll talk to you. I'll talk you down. Join a support group. They have them. I started talking to people that I knew that quit, and that was really healthy for me, really helpful. They have support groups like they do Alcoholics Anonymous and stuff. They have quit smoking ones as well. I don't know if that hypnotizing thing works. I have no idea. I got hypnotized. It didn't work for me, but maybe it works for some people. I know, don't be telling, oh, no, it does work. Well, it didn't work for me. I tried. It didn't work.